Good afternoon. Today, I would like to tell you about a little girl named Tiffany. She's 6 years old and currently living with leukemia. All that Tiffany wants for Christmas is to go on a cruise to Alaska with her family and be free for just 1 week from the harsh realities of living with cancer. In this season of giving, many people write checks to make dreams come true for children like Tiffany. However, Wall Street is using this time as an excuse to write checks for its bankers and supply them with millions of dollars worth of holiday bonuses. In large corporations, especially banks that have been bailed out with government money, should the employees still get their bonuses? After all, the money came from the government, which ultimately means that it came from the pockets of taxpayers. This question raises an ethical dilemma that should be examined using the Rotary four-way test. Wall Street must ask the following questions in order to realize that it is unfair to give holiday bonuses after being bailed out. Number 1, is it the truth? Number 2, is it fair to all concerned? Number 3, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And number 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned? One example of a company is Goldman Sachs, which received billions of dollars from the government last year when the economy was at its absolute worst. Now, they are planning to award more than $23 billion in holiday bonuses. While this money will be paid to the workers in the form of stocks, under the stipulation that it cannot be sold for at least 5 years, it is still unjust to reward workers of a company that was on the brink of a huge disaster just 1 short year ago. Last year, many critics of the bank felt that the reason for its downfall was the irresponsible activity of workers. This, in turn, sent the economic crisis throughout the country. The company then received $10 billion of bailout money from the Treasury, which came from the taxpayers of the United States. There's an ethical dilemma within these companies that when it comes to holiday bonuses, and the best way to deal with this dilemma is by not awarding any bonuses this year. Firstly, the truth of the matter is that last year, Wall Street was suffering and the United States government used tax money to bail them out. However, the problem with this is that since there was no raise on taxes, the national debt increased to over $12 trillion. Eventually, somebody is going to have to pay back all of that money. This is why companies should use the government's money as a tool to improve their financial situations instead of giving bonuses. The goal of the bailout was not for the money to be given to the workers as Christmas presents. The spokeswoman for the United States Treasury, Brooklyn McLaughlin, would not share the Treasury's opinion about Wall Street's use of the money for bonuses. She did, however, comment on the purpose of the money when she said, quote, "There is broad agreement that the Treasury's capital purchase program was intended to strengthen the financial system and increase lending," end quote. The truth is that the money with which the government supplied these workers was not meant to be given to the workers as bonuses. It was meant to get the companies out of debt in order to rebuild themselves. Secondly, it is not fair to take the government's money and give it to Wall Street bankers. The money is that of taxpayers, so it does not belong in the pockets of already wealthy bankers and insurance brokers. There are so many people across this country that struggle to make ends meet. They can barely provide their families with food, warm clothing, or even shelter. It would be extremely unfair to take money away from hardworking Americans just so that the Wall Street workers can get their millions of dollars worth of holiday bonuses. When the economic crisis struck, AIG lost over $40 billion, and now they plan to reward more than $450 million in bonuses. These bonuses are planned to be given to the workers that are the members of the unit that led to the company's downfall. It would be unjust to reward these workers with holiday bonuses because they were the reason for the company's collapse. Instead, they need to take advantage of the government's generosity and use the $175 billion which they received to continue to build up their company. Finally, by refusing to give holiday bonuses, these huge companies would be able to benefit more in the future and potentially give greater holiday bonuses to the workers within the next few years. If these companies give the bonuses as they plan to, it could just create more problems because there is always the possibility of a company falling back into debt. What if AIG or Goldman Sachs reward their workers, fall into another economic crisis, and the government has to bail them out again? The national debt will continue to increase, which will not benefit anyone. The unemployment rate would skyrocket once again, and everyone would suffer. The national unemployment rate as of last month is 10%, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This doesn't even include the number of Americans who have stopped looking for jobs. We cannot allow the unemployment rate to climb any further. It is crucial that large corporations examine the issue at hand by using the Rotary four-way test and realize that the most ethical answer would be to forego holiday bonuses this year. The truth is that holiday bonuses will just cause more problems. By skipping bonuses for a year, all will benefit and all will experience the fairest approach possible. In this time of giving, we must give to those in need, not ourselves. Thank you.